Joining us now is a PE teacher from Boston with a very unique life story, and he has just written a children's book. Lex Mongo, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Okay, I love this book. Little Big Dreamers is it's a terrific title. Why did you write this book, and who is it for?
So it's dedicated to my cousin who passed away in 2015 from a motorcycle accident. And basically his story was he was an entrepreneur, very lively, charismatic guy, and I wanted to do something kind of commemorate him. Little Big Dreamers is really just about understanding that you can be anything you want to be, no matter what environment you come from, and that, you know, a lot of kids, when I talk to them and ask them as a teacher, what do you want to be when you grow up? Their answers are a singer, rapper, entertainer, sports player, which is fine, and I totally am happy that they want to, you know, achieve that sort of goal. But as I've seen as I've grown up, like, there's so many ways to be successful.
You charted your own path. You played basketball, college basketball at UMass Amherst. You're now a PE teacher, as we've been saying, at the P.A. Shaw Elementary School in Dorchester. Shout out to P.A. Shaw.
Yes, sir.
You run a basketball academy as well. You do it all.
Yes.
It seems that the theme of this book aligns a little bit with what you try to teach kids at the academy, in addition to teaching them the X's and O's of basketball.
Right, correct. Yeah, I mean, it's the academy, iHoop Academy, it's really about understanding that you can be, you know, successful on and off the court. And basketball is not the end-all be-all, as at some point the basketball stops bouncing. And I figured that out once I stopped playing college basketball. And I was blessed enough to fall into teaching. And for me, you know, while basketball is my passion, teaching has become my dream.
You mention in the book, you know, that you talk about all of the ways in which a person can be successful, but there is one wonderful page where your character has gone up a hill, and the essence of it is that it's not always easy, and that you have to put in the work.
Correct.
What was the moment for you that you felt that you can remember, that you ran up against a challenge like that and saw the benefit of sticking with it?
Yeah. There's been a lot, to be honest with you. I didn't really have as easy of an upbringing. I had a single mom, 2 kids. She had to work 2 or 3 jobs. And as I gotten older and realized kind of the struggle that we were going through in the neighborhood that we were in, I really couldn't go outside, to be honest. It was kind of a dangerous...
This was in Roxbury?
This was in Roxbury. This was a dangerous neighborhood at the time. And just really seeing my mom work her, you know, day in and day out and try to be as best of a mom as she could.
You talk in the book, in your program, about creating a foundation.
Yes.
A foundation to build upon. You grew up in Roxbury, as you say, in a dangerous neighborhood. You then went to the METCO program. You went to school at Newton North?
Yes.
Newton North.
Tigers.
Was METCO your foundation? Was that how you got your foundation?
So METCO, yes. METCO was it was an interesting thing, and I didn't realize how important it was for me until I got out of school. You know, METCO is a situation where inner city kids are bused to suburban areas, and you kind of just understand the different lifestyles that you're around. And I was blessed to be, you know, housed with the Shaughnessy family, and he helped, Dan Shaughnessy and his family, they really took great care of me and instilled a lot of positive things in my life, and I'm still very close to that family, and Dan Shaughnessy actually has been such a pillar in my life. He took me to get my driver's license, he helped me get into UMass, and I wouldn't have had those privileges if it wasn't for METCO.
For the kids you now teach, when you see a child who doesn't see that possibility, because you talk about all of the people in your life who helped form your foundation, how do you identify those kids, and what can adults who are not a child's parents do to lift them up in ways that help them see their own gifts?
Yeah, I think it's important to, one, be positive as can be. I think one of the fascinating things about teaching is you get to connect with these kids on a day-to-day basis and not understand what their home life is all the time. And it's important to be a positive, one, positive role model, and 2, just a positive face that they see. And I tell them, if I can do it, you can do it. And a lot of these kids I look like. And, you know, in school, I'm the guy with the cool sneakers because I like to wear a lot of nice sneakers, Jordans
Like the
or
ones you have
Nikes.
on. I
was gonna say, I'm
yeah,
sure
like
it's super
these.
cool.
Thank you.
But the idea that if you can see it, you can be it.
Exactly, which is exactly what I try to portray.
And just as a last question, we read that you work with Carson Edwards,
I have,
the Celtics
yeah. I
was
rookie.
so excited about.
What are you doing with him, and how's that going?
Yeah, so I connected with him through a friend. We actually did, when he first got to Boston this summer, a friend called me up. It was probably about 9 or 10 at night. I was just hanging at my apartment, and he's like, hey, you know, would you mind working out Carson Edwards? And I'm like, sure. Yeah,
And you'd
like,
seen him in the
let's go.
NCAA tournament and knew
Course,
how
yeah.
dynamic he was.
And I went to the Auerbach Center and met up with him, and he's as nice as can be. He's one of the most humble people you'll ever meet. We had 2 or 3 workouts together and just had some fun. And we played knockout and we played horse, and unfortunately he beat me pretty badly.
I know you're rooting for him to become a star
I
on
just
the
think
team.
I think he's great, and I love to watch him play. So
Yeah.
I hope he stays in Boston
we
for
can
a
all
long
play
time.
horse sometime.
Yeah, there we go.
I like
Beat
that
us
idea.
badly get beaten. All right, Lex Mongo. The book is Little Big Dreamers. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you,
Great to
guys.
have
I
you here.
appreciate it.